Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're digging into a really critical report from a Colorado-based research firm, Virtualization Options LLC. They wanted to know why so many AI projects are struggling to pay off. And what they found is, well, it's pretty surprising. Turns out the real problem isn't the tech at all. It's the people.
All right, so here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll look at this huge gap between what companies are spending on AI and the results they're getting. Then, we'll talk about a new solution called Agile Learning. See how that scales up to a whole company strategy, give you a step-by-step blueprint, and then we'll peek into the future.
So, if you just look at the surface, everything seems fantastic. A huge 78% of businesses say they've adopted AI in some way. You think the AI revolution is just crushing it everywhere, right?
Well, here's the reality check. Of all those companies jumping on the AI bandwagon, only a tiny 1%, just one, have actually reached a mature, truly integrated AI setup. That is a massive difference between trying and actually succeeding.
And it's not like companies are being cheap about it, not at all. AI budgets are exploding. We're talking an 88% increase year over year. So they're throwing tons of money at the problem, but for some reason, it's just not working.
So what's the deal? Why is there this giant canyon between the investment and the actual return? This is what the report calls the AI acceleration gap, and the heart of the problem isn't what you'd expect.
Okay, here it is. This is the core issue. The speed of AI has completely changed the game for skills. A technical skill that used to be valuable for, say, 5 or 7 years, now it's out of date in 2 or 3. The shelf life of your team's knowledge has literally been cut in half.
And you can feel this on the ground, inside our companies. A massive 82% of employees say they feel like they're constantly playing catch-up, that the tech they use every day is changing way faster than they can learn.
And get this, it's the exact same number, 82% of workers who say their companies haven't provided any training on generative AI to help them close that gap. So everyone feels the problem, but almost no one is getting the help they need.
So clearly, the old way of doing things is broken. You can't just send everyone to a one-day workshop and expect them to be ready. We need a totally new playbook. The big idea here is to switch from that old, rigid, one-size-fits-all training to something the report calls Agile Learning. This new way is totally different. It's customized for each person's job, it's continuous, and it even uses AI to adapt on the fly.
You know who really gets this? Duolingo. Their CEO puts it perfectly. Learning isn't a one-time thing. They've built their whole culture around AI, and for them, continuous, job-specific learning is actually their secret weapon.
And when you do this right, the results are, well, they're huge. We're talking about a 57% jump in productivity. You start seeing a return on your tech investments way faster. And you keep your best people, because you're investing in them.
And listen, this isn't just a playbook for the Silicon Valley crowd. We're seeing financial giants like JP Chase nail this. Their secret? They invested just as much money in their people as they did in their servers and software.
So this is way bigger than just a new training program. It's about changing the entire DNA of your company. It's about becoming what's known as a learning organization.
So what is a learning organization? It's basically a company that is wired to adapt, to innovate, and to learn together all the time. In this new AI era, that ability to learn faster than everyone else is the ultimate competitive advantage.
Of course, a change this big has to start from the top. Leaders need to evolve too. They need to have a curious mindset, be super clear on strategy, and get good at dilemma flipping, turning problems into opportunities. And maybe most important, keeping people calm in the storm.
If you want to see this in action at a massive scale, look at Microsoft. They set this audacious goal to become carbon negative. The only way they could even attempt it was by launching an equally massive training plan to upskill the entire company on AI and sustainability, all tied to that one big goal.
Okay, this all sounds great, but how do you actually do it? Where do you start? Well, the report lays out a really practical 6-step blueprint.
It's a really logical flow. You start by figuring out where your skills gaps actually are for each specific job. Then, you build custom learning plans, use smart tech to deliver them, and you measure everything. But the two big ones are fostering the culture and, this is key, always making sure the training is tied directly to what the business is trying to achieve.
The cool thing is, once you put a plan like this into motion, you're not just solving today's problem. You're actually setting your organization up for whatever comes next. You're future-proofing your talent. And if you need to convince anyone that this is worth it, well, the numbers speak for themselves.
83% of companies doing this see costs go down, and some are seeing productivity gains of up to 40%. The ROI is just undeniable.
And looking just a little bit down the road, things are going to get even more interesting with something called agentic AI. Just imagine an autonomous AI acting as a personal coach and learning partner for every single employee automatically. It's coming fast.
So let's just boil this all down. The winners in the age of AI won't be the companies with the fanciest code. The winners will be the ones who are the best at helping their people learn and adapt continuously.
Which leaves us with one final thought, a question you should probably ask back at the office. Is your company's training plan built for the world of yesterday, or are you building a culture of learning that's ready for tomorrow?